Good day, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek Online. My name is Ubaglo, and with me once again is
Commander Shepard, the favorite person on the Citadel.
something like
Wait,
that. Um, a commenter mentioned with last week's episode that we didn't actually do the new Borg series yet, so
it's
figured.
my bad. 'Cause I think even at the beginning of the ramen series, it's, oh yeah, we'll do that after this. But I
So
forgot.
yeah,
So, my bad.
so we will do just that. The Borg and Undine series, which used to be like 8 missions, was condensed into 4, and it definitely has a much tighter storyline now. Although they took out State of Q, which is pretty sad.
Yeah, they were at the time when they were removing them, mentioning they might bring that back later as like a featured episode or something.
Yeah, they suggested that they'll bring it back.
Yeah,
Also,
I mean,
since oh,
as I say, basically, to be honest, it's not like it really fit in with the rest of the story going on anyway. It was just Q being a dick.
yeah, it was an interesting one-off. Um, I mean,
Yeah.
there was a story hook to it, but they didn't do much with it.
Yeah.
Um, Also, we'll get into the mission and I can show it. What Since I'm doing this on the character we used for the Federation side. Um,
I'm doing this on my main because
yeah,
reasons.
I decided to use the Intel T6 Escort, which I think it's kind of a nice looking ship. I got a few modifications on it, um, and it is very much basically a T6 Defiant.
Yeah. I'm in my trusty Prometheus, which has just been upgraded to T5U.
Oh, nice.
So, I doubt I'll like level it up today, given how my other ships were leveling up. My Romulan ship leveled up.
Yeah,
But
it takes a while to get
Yeah.
any levels. So the big gimmick of the Intel class ships, which I'll hopefully be able to show up here, is that you can activate this Gather Intel ability, which acts a lot like the science vessel ability to scan the targets, except where the science vessel version, you died too fast. So the science vessel.
Sorry.
So
I'm just gonna
science vessel
let you
version
do your thing.
Yeah, the science vessel version gives a buff for just the ship that's using it. The Intel one, what it does is it adds a stacking quote unquote debuff to the target, and once it reaches a certain level, you can use one of these 3 abilities to apply a debuff to that target, which gives various debuffs to the entire team. So, for example, this one here gives a damage received. Alright, you can start attacking it now.
Okay.
It's dead.
Yeah. So we kind of just demonstrated the issue with this ability in that, in normal play at least, you kind of murder everything before you can actually really use it.
Yeah, but it's very similar to sensor analysis as well.
Yeah.
Like, sensor analysis takes so long to stack up that the enemy is probably dead by the time it matters.
Yeah. I mean, it's good for, raid bosses, basically, but... Okay, so who you taking? I'll take...
I'll take those 2.
Uh,
But yeah, so the 3 intel abilities are
I have... Oh,
a debuff to the enemy's defenses, so it increases the amount of damage their shields and hull takes. A
Hmm.
debuff to their offense, so it decreases their damage and decreases their accuracy, and a hold.
Yeah. Now the thing is once the debuff is activated, anybody with those abilities can use them. So if you got 3 people, each one hits one thing, you get all 3 effects. I don't know how it works with stacking, but
I thought each one needed its own debuff stack. I mean,
I don't think
each
so.
player would build their own, but the 3 of them in total can stack.
Yeah. Plus, one of the I don't know if it's true of everything, but one of the Romulan tier 6 ships has a console that basically fires a laser. It's stronger if you use it while the debuff is on them.
Oh yeah. Oh, so this is so as part of the remastering of these, this is telling you, um,
Hey, frequency remodulators are good. Use them.
yeah, this is reminding people of how frequency remodulation works. So I better actually put remodulators on my bridge officers as
Yeah.
well.
Also, as a sign of how long it's been since I have actually taken this character in ground combat, I still had a Ryzen floater and a Ryzen hoverboard equipped.
I need to put the. Oh, no, I already had it on. Okay.
Also, I'm using this armor is the A472 counter command ground armor. If
Oh yeah.
you've never seen it before, yep.
Oh wow.
I recolored it, but yeah, this is the design for it.
It's still a nice design.
Yep.
I need
I
to
can mostly
get.
add like the purple bits to it. I think they were green before.
Yeah, I need to get
And
the that one for some of my bridge officers.
yeah, I kind of focused on the ground set for this just because the only thing I really wanted from the space stuff was I think the deflector.
The deflector from that set is really good.
Yeah.
Like that entire set
Yeah, it
is
did.
pretty uh, DPS oriented, which I like. But yeah, I mostly use that set for my fast cruisers because it really boosts its um, is like things like mobility buffs
Hmm.
affect slower ships more than faster ships. So I wanted to set up my fast cruisers to be a DPS option.
Yeah.
All right,
Now we get to find out just what was going on in this Realmian ship that caused Borg to pop up. Spoilers: the Tal Shiars suck and are fucking around Borg technology, which we already know.
yeah, like whoever expected this to happen?
Us about probably this is probably like the 3rd or 4th time now.
Yeah,
Can't go that way.
yeah, you have to go up and
Oh,
around.
that's it. So this is one that also gives you the speed buff when you roll.
Oh, right, yeah. One of the downsides though is that the character I want to put that set on, I don't think will show the armor. Um,
Oh, is
which
it the Romulan?
no, it's the I got my tactical the tactical protonic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's my the holographic guy who looks like the wardens uh, um, from facility 4096, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't show any armor that's put on him, which is a shame. Why did my guy just suddenly use that?
Hmm?
My guy just suddenly used the firefighting kit. That was kind of
Oh,
weird.
your bridge officer?
Yeah, my bridge officer.
I have no idea.
Oh well.
Maybe they just randomly use it if you give it to them.
Yeah, probably.
What was... I had to take something away from one of my bridge officers just because they kept using it. It was doing something really stupid. It was like a specific tribble or something.
Yeah, look, there he goes. He just used the firefighting equipment. Like that. That'll sure
Well,
help.
the Borg are thwarted by Tommy guns.
Yeah, but I don't think Halon affects them quite that much.
That might be their greatest weakness.
It just might. That would be kind of weird, but it just might. Huh. I don't know how well it showed up on your screen, but I tried to use the orbital strike on the elite drone, and I'm guessing it did the damage, but I didn't see the effect. Like the effect sort of looked like it hit somewhere else.
I don't know. I didn't see an effect at least, but. Oh. Weird, the read modular didn't kick in.
Yeah, if you get like well, if you get knocked down or pushed back or something before it finishes, then it does cancel the remodulate.
Mm-hmm. Grab the stuff. Oh.
Oh, whoops.
Totally didn't mean to skip the dialogue.
Yeah, whoops.
She's telling us to invent, she told us to get off the ship, but
Yeah.
we're gonna take a look at what they're doing. Because, it's obviously no good.
It's obviously up to super no good.
I mean,
Like, look at this stuff.
you have to be a fucking moron to screw with Borg shit. Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to curse. But yeah, you have to be an idiot to mess around with Borg technology.
Yeah.
So, I'll go back to my ship. So I got a Mark 14 assimilated module on that thing, and a Borg kinetic cutting beam loaded. These things are awesome.
Yeah. It is, like, on one hand, it is kind of funny for us to sort of be, like, looking at me like, man, this is a real bad idea, you guys, and then for us to be using some assimilated items ourselves.
Yeah, I actually probably should just turn the visual on to have little Borg spikes coming out of my ship just for effect, but yeah, they did recently make the simulated module upgradable, like in Thursday's patch, I think, and
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know if it's intentional. I think it might be because it's really funny, but literally you can upgrade it with basically anything short of the ground upgrade stuff.
I'm pretty sure that is. All right. So what do you want to do? Do we want to let them go, or do we want to take the stuff, or do we just want to destroy them?
Well, I'm Renegade Shepherd, so I would take the stuff and then destroy them.
All right.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
We'll take it.
Okay. I mean, we know what to do with Borg technology.
I think once we choose that, we need to get close. They didn't do anything right away.
Okay, no, I think they just run. So we just have to kill the Borg. Eh. Not as renegade as I was hoping, but whatever. Oh, we'll just murder the Borg really quick. So yeah, my ship is pretty well geared out, so...
Yeah,
or
my
at least
main...
was before Delta Rising, so, you know, murdering stuff, pretty easy here.
Singularity drive is online. Our scanners show more ships approaching. I hope you enjoy the spoils of your theft. Enjoy defending them from the... We are
Yeah, she's saying
responding to a
enjoy...
distress call from an IRW RNA.
enjoy finding the Borg, which we will.
Provide assistance to the Taj.
And we get some help from the Romulan Republic, which is appreciated.
Yeah, not really necessary. It's only, what, 4 cubes?
Yeah, only.
We'll be fine. Oh yeah, oh, where did that go? Dang it. I'm just in the middle of battle. So since when I upgrade this to Tier 5U, I got the extra console slot and didn't really have anything to do with it. I threw the multi-vector assault mode back on.
Oh, yeah.
So let's
They
de-Voltron
recently-
this thing.
They recently upgraded the various summon things like that so that they don't have such a ridiculous cooldown timer.
Okay, so I almost died there, but only because I was like point blank and exploding cube.
Yeah, but that's a bad idea.
Yeah. Now we zoom out of there.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
Okay, yeah, now they came back to try to kill us. It's cute of them.
Yeah, kind of nice
is.
to try.
Oh yeah, that was the aerospace thing I'm using from that the camera. Oh, never mind, no, that's the Dyson set, the gravimetric torpedo thing.
Oh. Yeah.
Though I believe I do have the biomolecular one too.
The biomolecular one is pretty good.
Now let's re-Voltron up because, well, honestly, it looks pretty silly if I warp out without doing it.
The best time to do it.
Yep. Oh, there's a piece of loot we didn't grab. Loot! Useless loot, but loot.
Alright. That's,
So that was the first mission.
yeah.
Tal Shiar sucks, but we knew that.
And they're still pretty bad guys.
Yep. And you get a purple shield array Mark 11 from that one. I don't know if you have more, but...
Take one of those anyway. Yeah, so that was basically just a straight up remake of that previous one, which definitely it definitely cleans up its progression a lot. Like it's definitely shorter and more reasonable mission, and also does a better job of tutorializing players on the changes that were made to fighting Borg. Like back in the tutorial, the Borg don't adapt. You only see adapting Borg at what used to be the max level. So the remake here, one of its main goals was to start tutorializing people on this is something that you need to do.
For all those ground Borg queues you're going into.
Yeah.
Guess what I've absolutely never done, though I actually need to now for crafting bits, but
Yeah, I still need to.
before that there was, aside from just doing it, it was not really necessary, and
Yeah, I kind of
honestly,
need to do a few.
I don't know if it's true anymore, but I used to in general have trouble finding a group for it anyway.
Yeah, for me, like I generally haven't been able to find enough people for queues other than what's like the current hotness, whatever the current featured stuff is. But a lot of that could be also because I'm kind of playing at like the opposite time of the day as like
Yeah,
most of the people that are playing the game. So
yeah, yeah. Also, Mare Invasion's going on now, so lots of people are doing that.
yeah. There are two things from this week that have come out.
Actually, technically three.
Three?
Hearts and Minds is going
Oh yeah,
to.
heard. Well,
Because Halloween.
Is it all weekend?
I thought it was all weekend. It might have just been these 2 days.
No, it should be over. Well, no,
Okay.
it could. I guess November 1st to 3 p.m. So it could still be open.
Yeah.
Um, no, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so Hearts and Minds started up again. Um, there's the Mirror Universe event, which started back up. This time, instead of offering a special duty officer for completing it, you can now get
You get a shotgun.
it's different Cochrane's shotgun. Which,
Mirror Zephyr shotgun.
yes,
Which used to kill Vulcans. Dirty Vulcans.
which is that's pretty neat. It works basically the same. Like if folks remember the last Mirror Universe event, and I know we did a video on it.
Yeah, it's the
works,
exact same
It
mission.
works exactly the same.
Well, ostensibly, from what I've heard, I haven't tried it yet, but I've heard Elite is like damn near impossible. But
Advanced is definitely very, very difficult because not only are the enemies tougher, but because of the way that they've changed they changed like the mission objectives in general for basic, advanced, and elite. One of the requirements for advanced is that the station's HP needs to stay above 0. So, like in normal, or in the last time people did it, if the station's HP went to 0, it just went into a repair mode and then came back up again. That's no longer the case.
You know, having a failure condition isn't bad.
No, it's good. Like
I've just a general sense I've been hearing is that the people think they've overdone it. Granted, this is internet forum complaining, so whether or not they have overdone it or people need to realize you can't just go in there with a random group and act like an idiot and assume to win.
Yeah.
I don't know. The only advanced one I've done so far is Infected Space, and that was by far the easiest thing to do before. So.
Yeah, the advanced are definitely harder than they were before because of the change to the mission objectives. So it's I've been kind of waiting to want to do advanced until I've actually hit max level. I should be geared enough to do advanced, and I just need to wait until I get Mark 14s to do elites. But I'm still kind of wanting to wait until I reach max level and get all my baseline stuff.
Oh, we have to help save the scientist guy.
No, just one of the many scientists on who got stuck here.
Oh, never mind. That's not it.
Yeah.
Ignore my foreshadowing voice. This effect is really cool, by the way. The planet itself just slowly being assimilated by spikes coming up.
Yeah.
That's some pretty gnarly looking stuff.
Yeah, that is a really neat effect. I think this mission might have been the one that changed the most for
This
the
mission is
remastering.
basically completely new.
Yeah, because
Like,
it is still at its core.
there was the mission that was taking place on the planet that was completely assimilated and you had to rescue scientists, but what happened is basically completely new.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the scientists who are being attacked.
Yeah. Now we need to defend them from this assault, and then um, we can talk to these guys and see what's going on. But one of the things I was actually going to mention is that in addition to the two missions that opened up this weekend, Thursday's patch also added a new reward to lifetime members by adding Talaxian as a playable race, and
Very few
that's
people who weren't lifetime members cared. No.
yeah. It's also pretty goofy because, of course, since it's a lifetime membership reward. Okay. All right. Well, actually, let's take a moment here. We'll show this first.
Thanks for the rescue.
Here's someone people you may recognize.
Yes, from the various featured episode missions we did, like the ones with Tuvok.
Yeah.
The land, the buildings, the people.
Admittedly, if we had known Delta Rising was a thing before, we probably would have just waited and done all those missions in a row because they are their own little mini arc now.
Yeah. And they've these remasters were also done after. Like we already know,
These were done with season 10.
Yeah, you already know about Cooper before this mission was added.
Yeah.
So that sort of leaves the question as to when was the real Cooper around?
My theory is, and I'll explain this as we go on this mission. This is the real Cooper. That's my theory. There's no evidence or I should say word of God saying that he is or is not.
Mm-hmm.
But my theory is that this guy right here with us right now is the real Cooper.
Okay. I mean, that is probably right. But yeah, so what the thought that I had before, I think the goofy thing about the playable Talaxian species is because it is a lifetime member reward, it has to be usable by everyone, which means that you can actually it's not even usable by everyone, but yeah, so there you can have a Federation or a Klingon Talaxian, and seeing a Talaxian in the standard Klingon armor looks super goofy.
Yeah, see, it's funny because it makes sense in the context of the story now that they would exist as a thing. But if you make Talaxian at level 1, they're going to go through the whole Klingon War arc.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. And why are they there? But...
Yeah. Well, even if you ignore that,
that's
for any of the factions, it's going to be weird to make it a level 1 Talaxian.
I'm sorry, the Gemador running around just hitting shit with a fire extinguisher is hilarious to me.
It's pretty great. I may have to leave it on him because that's pretty great.
I would, just because it's really it's stupid, but it's hilarious. And I have to defend the scientist while he hacks the thing.
Yeah, this mission is still the story is still basically the same as that one where you go and save the researchers, but Yeah, mechanically, it is an entirely separate mission.
Yeah,
It
it's
is
also
fully
pretty
rebuilt.
well. If you're doing it alone, it's pretty difficult.
I can see that.
Um, just the guy running around.
Like,
I'm gonna put out the fire.
what fire is he even using it on? There are no fires.
He's a Jem'Hadar. He thinks it's
I've
he
overridden
thinks it
force
hurts
fields.
Borg.
The Borg detected the intrusion into their systems. They'll know you're coming. Head into the facility and locate the central data node. We don't have time to search for the right files, so simply transfer all the information to your ship's computer and hold off the Borg until the transfer is complete. I'll
All right.
So
Yeah.
hope we have good Wi-Fi.
Yeah. We probably have the best Wi-Fi. I mean, it's space Wi-Fi.
I really have to wonder if in the future, if like speeds are so fast that giant file sizes doesn't matter if they've mastered compression technologies that's inconsequential, or both.
I have a feeling that they've increased the speeds because they have talked about how large like the databases are.
Yeah.
And there are comments of they have also made some references to like how fast they've been able to transfer even like portions of these databases.
I do find it hilarious that if they had not foreseen the advance of internet technology as it did, and they had a line like, we have to. It's going to take us half an hour to transfer 30 gigabytes. It'd be like
I don't think,
laughable now.
yeah, I don't think they've made comments like that. They've been pretty good about their future proofing.
Yeah.
But they have
generally.
still made comments about how large some of their databases are.
There was an episode where they made reference to like a mathematical proof called Fermi's last theorem, and they'd mentioned it was still unsolved. And later in I think 5 years later or so in real life, someone had figured it out. I don't know the specifics because I'm not a mathematician, but that's just one of the more amusing examples of, whoops, I died.
Oops.
Of time marching on, basically.
Yeah.
And now, in addition to all this, a fleet of Undine have shown up and started some shit. Oh, we can leave. Okay.
Yeah, we need to get out of here.
Well, I got speed boost. Bye.
And the Undine started shelling the planet.
And here's the Undine. And here's the Borg fighting the Undine.
In case you didn't think that the Undine armor rebuild didn't make them look like Protoss, like this is not helping that at all.
For ire.
Yeah.
And they've kidnapped the Undine.
Whoops.
Whoops.
back here. Undine troops are beaming down. They're focusing on the Borg, but they'll find
So-
me soon.
So we could fight these guys, but that's a terrible idea.
I think this is where he probably gets taken.
Yeah.
Speed boost. Speed boost. Bye. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I do actually have the anti-Undine rifle on me, so... And the anti-Undine grenade, for that matter.
Oh, server not responding. Oh, there we go.
You still alive?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Yay. Okay, so they're dealt with. Now he's Dr. Cooper.
It looked like the Borg just abducted that Undine. But that's pointless.
Gee, yeah, well,
Undine can't be assimilated. Unless the Borg must believe they have found a way to assimilate the Undine. We have to stop them. There's probably too much interference to transport, but there are some pattern enhancers nearby. Those should help us get back to your ship.
now another interesting thing to note is at this point, Dr. Cooper is a lot less of a, cowering pansy.
Mm-hmm.
There's another point later on where he could have been taken that I'll mention when we get there, which will probably be next week. But
Okay, so here's that part of that other mission where the Borg like capture an Undine ship,
mm-hmm.
which has just been
This time
folded.
they just captured the Undine.
Yeah, this time they just captured the Undine.
And then the Undine decided to take care of that assimilated planet in the best way possible.
It's just blowing it up.
That's starring it.
And of course, when you get that ship power, it is nowhere near as good.
Well, did you ever try using it on a planet?
I would think that using it on another ship would be just as good.
Well, another ship isn't a planet. Maybe it's a laser specifically designed to blow up planets, but other ships aren't planets.
That's kind of a weird one, but okay.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
mean- Anyway, you get armor. My choices are armor.
Yeah, so is mine.
I don't want, so.
Well, it will be good for this character at least.
Yeah.
And people will probably notice that after completing those 2 missions, I'm still only like halfway through level 50.
Mhm.
Leveling up the post Delta Rising levels is kind of slow.
Pretty slow.
Yeah. But anyway, those 2 were pretty short, but I don't think we'll do the third one. We'll save the last 2 for next time.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, Assimilation's a little different, but I don't think it's too different.
Yeah, I think assimilation is mostly the same, but I did redo it. I just can't remember offhand. But yeah, we'll see that one next time.
Yep.
And then after that, we'll have to start getting into the Delta Rising stuff.
For reals, and
yeah.
not having forgotten anything else.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing just replay mode with my main character, but it turns out that some of the missions actually can't be replayed because they're basically capsules for doing all the patrols. So I'll have to get another character up to a level where we can start doing the Delta Rising stuff, which will probably be my since I've still got all those missions on my the Romulan character that we did for this series. That will probably get her a fair amount into the 50s. Not necessarily like close to 60, but it should be a fair amount into the 50s.
Well, plus it'll be a good test to see how you end up normally leveling.
Yeah.
Post Delta Rising.
Yeah, because it should be very close. But yeah, so that'll be it for us for this week. I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and we hope to see you all next time.
Bye, everybody.